Now, what I'm pretty sure most of us who follow Lars Anderson and also Mihai Cozmei are familiar with is holding them with the index finger and thumb. Now, the way that Mixed Martial Archer has put it in his tutorial is to have what he calls a cradle. And I see it loud and clear, and that's something that I've always tried to do whenever I've used this method, is to have the last digit of the finger hooked while using the thumb to press the arrows into that hook to keep it secure.
Then I place it in a groove like this, put it onto the string, and it goes naturally and good back to a perfect Slav. Then this one comes and it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Right there, perfectly.
Here's another thing that I will say about Mixed Martial Archer is the way that he typically does it, he'll have one arrow already on the bow and be holding on to 2 arrows with this cradle grip. So, like this, essentially. And yes, because I'm still learning, here's what I'm going to do instead for the next round of 3 arrows, is just grabbing one at a time from my belt quiver. So, 1 with the last crease of the middle finger and thumb, okay? Forefinger out, and you have that up against the bow, up against the arrow, and then you pull back, boom. Same deal with the next arrow, pull back, boom. Grab the next arrow, same way, slides back, straight, and then boom. You can work on speed and you can work on accuracy. And you can do those both in any order you want, but the end goal should be the same, having speed and accuracy together. Okay, that should be your end goal. For me, right now, is me testing this way of holding the arrows and to see how quickly I can adapt to speed shooting with them. Once that one arrow is gone, don't even consider it. The shot's gone, you can't do anything about it, it's already flown. So, you grab the next arrow, put it right on the string, and shoot. And with the thumb pad, as much of the thumb as you can actually, holding the other arrows in place when you have extra arrows in your hand. But in this case, it's just one. So, slide it straight back into place. Boom. Bullseye. Right in the red, and also in the red. But there's one arrow in the bullseye, and it's poking straight out. So that means that it hit hard enough. So now, it's a worthy target. So yeah, when you're an archer, you need to be adaptable. This is me doing a test run. So yeah, shout out to Mixed Martial Archer for showing this, and I am just going to keep on practicing. What Mihai Cozmei uses, and what Lars Anderson also uses, is using the forefinger and thumb, and this time I've got my thumb all the way extended towards my hooked forefinger. So, yeah, any sleight of thumb is meant to be minimal so that you can do this faster. And so, but here's one thing that I would say to speed shooters who do have speed knocks that are wider so that you can get them on the string quicker. Like for example, if your arrows don't click into place like mine do, or even if they do, then, and you just have a short knock, then if you give your draw hand just the slightest twist, just a slight string twist, that'll help pin the arrow against the bow, and it'll help raise that forefinger up pretty much automatically. You want to make sure you do this in such a way where you're not just gonna slide the arrow past the string and end up dry shooting the bow by accident. That's a strong piece of advice that I've gotten from Mixed Martial Archer especially, and it's very helpful advice, very helpful to keep in mind. And in the case of the thumb, when I'm able to extend it all the way when using this method, it's easier for me to hold all 3 arrows because then my whole thumb is laid over my forefinger. But yes, one thing that mixed martial archer and I can both agree on is that the cradle thing here is essential with holding extra arrows in your draw hand, like this. When you're using this method, or when you're using the middle finger for it, when you've got them in your quiver and are ready to shoot and you don't already have an arrow on the string, you want to be able to grab them and be able to shoot. And then shoot. And then shoot. Grab 3 more. Shoot. Shoot. And shoot again.
One thing that I like about this style is that it's also a very firm way to hold your arrows, so I can just sit there and I can move around and I can fire quickly.
So I'm going to keep on practicing that, and I would encourage anybody who's watching this to check out Mixed Martial Archer and to try this method as well. You should probably pay closer attention to his tutorial video though, because he knows what he's doing much better than I do, and he's a lot faster. I'm going to grab those arrows and keep on practicing, and hope you have an awesome day, and stay safe.